Are you coming? I was sitting right here trying to get in.
She's normally right on time.
Yeah, no, I am.
Ah, so how are
Mm.
you arriving today?
Good. I'm good. I actually had a really good holiday. I think because I chose good. Um,
Yeah.
a really good holiday. I've been enjoying my Christmas tree. I'm good. I'm actually really good.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. I love that
Yeah.
you chose what was for you.
Yeah.
And you set some really honoring things so that like your ex wasn't there and all the things.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how's it been going staying connected to yourself doing the Muse method?
It's been going good. It's been going really good. But like today, the message was, I wrote it down, like choose yourself. Like choose, well, I wrote choose you. Cause I'm like today meeting should be around like the more of that. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just hear stories, and my cousin, like she was one of my closest cousins. And some things happened this past year. And we was all supposed to go on a family trip because that's what we do at the end of the year. Every year we've been doing it for like the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And usually it's to another country. But she canceled this morning. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, she just canceled out of nowhere. And
Oh,
she's really wrapped up into her kids and stuff. So I was like, maybe I should call her and ask. And she was like, her tone was off. And I'm like, are you good? So it's just really been like weird with her. And the first thing this morning, I didn't see the message yesterday.
okay.
I didn't see, she texted yesterday. She said, hey family, I'm canceling the New Year's Eve trip. And I didn't see it yesterday. And this morning when I seen it, it was like 5 something because I'm up early. And like you go to the bathroom and I'm like, I sat down on the bathroom and I'm like, she not choosing herself. And I'm like, this is really a big thing. Like I just know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know like what came or could have came up, but she not choosing herself. And I know this because she was one of my closest cousins. It was like me, my sister, and my cousin at all times. And something
Yeah.
happened with her and her son and my sister. And she just broke it off between me and her and my sister. Like she just broke the bond or whatever. And she was kind of trying to come around and redeem herself. And I'm just like, she not choosing herself. And that's just been a theme all day, just like all day. Like we really need to choose ourselves. Like, I don't know.
Well, what is it created for you by choosing yourself? Like you're seeing what happens by not choosing yourself through your cousin, but what has it been creating for you by choosing yourself?
I told my other cousin and my sister, I was like, we need
Yeah.
to take a note of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That she not this I said we all need to, because it's the end of the year. 2025 is coming, and I'm like, we really should be conscious of choosing ourselves. Like really. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we gotta let people be people, but I'm like, we really need to like really step into that more.
Yeah.
Like really a whole lot more. So
So what is it created for you though by doing that? Because like it made you recognize that today and to take note of it. But what has it created for you by doing this? Like you did over Christmas. What has that created for you?
I was just so grateful. At one point I just turned around and told my brother, I'm like, I'm just so grateful. And he
Mm.
looking like for what? I'm like, he don't get, like
Yeah.
he don't get it. And I'm like, I'm grateful that, Christmas is come, it's going. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that we all here together. It's coming, it's going. But I'm gonna get a divorce. But like inside, but like really inside, like really grateful. Like when you're in the bathroom, you by yourself and you just like, I'm just like, I heard the noise, I heard the dogs, because all of them brought their dogs with them. They pooped everywhere. I wasn't mad. It was like I came down to work the next morning. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Literally, oh
They
shit.
left me a present. It was under the work desk. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, but I don't know. It's really been good. It's really been really good. Really, really good.
So I'm hearing it's giving you like a deeper sense of appreciation for life and
Yeah,
like what you're moving towards.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
freedom of what's going to be on the other side of like you really like this is a big thing. You're choosing you and not staying in an unhappy, unfulfilled marriage anymore.
I'm not. I will not. And and it's like more. So like when you hear these stories, like I just know it. I know it and within me that she's not choosing herself. So it's like a reminder to you to bump it up more. You know what I mean? Like you grab hold to something. It's like you grab hold to a rope and you better not let it go. Like you don't, right? Because you know what's under there. If you let the rope go, you know what you're gonna fall on. You get what I'm saying? But like it just makes you want to grip it even tighter, but like not tight in a forceful way, just something to hold on to, like not being forced and then like just softly hold on to it, but like real tight.
Right. And like your cousin may see it through you and she may not. It's not about her, but by you like amping it up even more of like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to
Yeah,
choose even more because she's showing me what it looks like to not choose yourself. And I'm
I
going
was
to,
grateful. I was like grateful. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm so grateful because she's 52. And I'm like, she got kids. She wrapped up into all that shit all the time. And I'm like, I'm so grateful. I'm like, I'm just in there. I'm like at 5 something in the morning, I'm sitting on the pit stool, like, I'm just so grateful. Like
yeah,
and I felt it inside, like gratitude. Like
yeah.
really.
Could you name how that experience felt inside that deep, profound gratitude?
It just was like a pleasant feeling in the like, in the center, like in the center. So grateful. And it was like a silent, like grateful, like deep within, like because the house was quiet and you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you could just kind of listen to your own thoughts.
And it's from the inner wellspring of you. It's not something outside of you that you have to depend on. It was self created and, well, not just self, obviously, God supported it too, but
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
just bubbled up from inside of you of like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful, just like that sweet feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It was. It truly is.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
was curious if you've noticed like any other like radiant changes by you staying connected to yourself. So when I say radiant, like things that maybe aren't connected directly to your goal, but they are also part of what you want. Have you
Mm-hmm.
noticed any other of those things happening around you by you doing the Muse method and staying deeply connected and centered in yourself?
Um, like nothing I can put my finger on. I'm quite sure it's something, but I don't know, nothing I can put my finger on. My friend, my neighbor, my Polish lady daughter came over yesterday. She's in a narcissistic abuse relationship with her sister. So like that was kind of comforting for her to come over to me, you know what I mean? And she was just to be just like talking. She could talk about her mama and her sister, even though I'm friends with the mom. But like it'll never leave my house, my kitchen, you know what I mean? So
Right.
that was kind of like comforting knowing that
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, I'm coming over." And I'm like, "Okay." And yesterday we hung out for a few hours and she was just talking. She came back and she brought me a gift today. Yeah. Cause she was able to like, but I'm in a space where I can be neutral and like not be triggered by what she telling me and
Right.
sending my truth, like, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know?
Right.
And I told her, I was like, I want to remain neutral. She was like, I'm not trying to turn you against her. I just want to, you know what I mean?
I just need to express this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that is also kind of what you've been saying as far as like being a guide, a teacher for others, and like being that light for others. Like you're just being you and you're choosing you and honoring you. And it's just like
Mm-hmm.
naturally bringing more people to you that are like, I feel safe with you. I can lean
Yeah.
support.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
You don't have to know. You just are. Like you're just allowing it to come to you. Like you're not, you know what I mean? It's just naturally
Mm-hmm.
happening. Just like the bees come to the flowers.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're just being you, Lucretia.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was at a Christmas party having so much when you text me about the lawyer lady, and
Yeah.
I couldn't help but turn around. I'm like, this lady just texted me. I'm just like, She just texted me about because I think like an hour earlier, they somebody was like, "Oh, where's your husband?" I'm like, "Oh no, ex-husband." I'm like, "Ex-husband?" Then I got off the Christmas. It was so noisy in there. I seen you text me, and I'm like, I can't. I'm not even finna try to listen to this because I don't know what it is. I'm like, it can be inspiration, it can be a point, like whatever it is. I want to listen, like intention, listen to it. So I get out the Christmas party, and I'm sitting there listening, and I just turned to my sister. I'm like, she like, "What, girl?" I'm like, "This lady just texted me about a divorce lawyer." She was just, we just looked at each other. Like, you can't, I was like, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up.
Nope.
And I'm
Nope.
like, it sounds like she is a conscious divorce lawyer too. And then I went and I like read all her stuff. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. Cause she a mediator too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm like,
And
oh my God. Like I was just sit, I'm just like, I had to sit with that. Even when I came home and laid in the bed, I'm just like, I need to sit with this. I played the message again.
but see, like by you asking and saying, "Hey, could you include this in circle?" And maybe circle's not the place for it, but maybe it's like, what resources do you need so that
Mhm.
we can open up our,
Little
our
network.
connections,
Yeah.
our network,
Mhm.
so that we
Mhm.
can start connecting.
Right.
It
Mhm.
happened with such ease. Like, I don't know if I would have been as attuned to that had you not asked just a few days prior.
Isn't that insane?
Yes. But asking it is given, right?
Yep. That right.
You're doing it and you're seeking it earnestly, and like you're proclaiming it as if it's already happening. When people are like,
Mhm.
"Where's your husband?" No, ex-husband.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. I can't, it just I told you, I think I text you, it's just blowing my mind. It's just another mind blowing, like seriously.
Yeah.
It's saying, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have to know. You are just following, and that's how it works. Is when you start
Mm-mm.
following, you don't actually like you don't because there's no you can't understand it. It's so
No, that's
in you.
yeah.
You're like, I'm done trying to understand it. Here it comes. Come.
I'm at the point where I really am. Don't want to understand this no more. Like not saying that I don't want it. It's like nah, I'm not scared and I'm not even trying to understand it. You know what I mean? I'm just not.
Ooh, I had chills when you said that because there's a new freedom when you're stop like trying to think and understand it and grasp it.
Hmm.
Just allow it to come to you.
Hmm. Hmm. Just know your mind is gonna be blown.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know is you're gonna be like, what the?
Well, and look at what you're sharing with your family, like your sister, of like, you're just constantly saying yes to life and what you want, what would honor you. And she's like, what the heck keeps happening? Like all these things keep happening for my sister, and I don't get it.
Yeah, because she was like, for real. I was like, I said I can't make this up. I'm like, she just texted me this. I was like, I was like, the lady who I told you that I met on the path, she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, it seemed like, I told you I was having a meeting. Can you close the door? Oh, you scare me.
Sorry, saying hi. I'm trying to walk in
Son.
quietly.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm sorry, son. Hi. He just all came in Darth Vader style.
Love bombing you. Bring it to love.
He came to pick up cake pops, so he had to come and say hi.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Hmm.
Cake pops.
Yeah. Cake pops. They made them. The girl who came over yesterday to talk to me, she made them for Thanksgiving. It's been like they've been having like war around there. It's been really bad. And it's just like as soon as you think you're going through something, as soon as you think you're going through something, you hear somebody else's story. You like, holy shit.
It puts it in perspective, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
You're like, okay, but I'm gonna still keep asking for more ease because
Hmm. Oh
I
yeah.
keep asking for more ease in this. And then
Hmm.
when I hear other stories around me, be like, you can say there might be a different way. I don't know, but there might be an easier way.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
how's the impossibility journal? Have you been doing that at all? Even just speaking it out, you don't have to write it.
I haven't because I was like tight with the holidays and stuff going on.
Nice.
But my cousin was driving, he a truck driver, and he
Okay.
was driving on the road. He was like, I see a lot of cows over there. He was like, oh, I can see you owning a farm. He was like, it's gonna be really well taken care of too. That's what he said. He was in Virginia, in the farm hills of Virginia. He's like, I can see you own it. I said, yeah. I said, I'm claiming it.
So now you even got your family proclaiming it for you. And
Mhm,
may not have even, did you even share it with him before
mhm.
that? Do you see how powerful you are, Lucretia?
Yeah, I'm starting. Yeah, I said, and I keep saying like in my mirror when I do the like mirror method or whatever. I'm like, I trust my own power. Like, I'm not scared of it no more. Like, holy shit, I trust it, but
And it's scary, right?
yeah, oh yeah, because it's unknown and it's new. But at the same time, you know it, like you know it inside because you asked for it. Don't nobody else get it. Like nobody else get it. But that happened to me earlier, even before I started any of this. I kept telling, we was on a cruise and me and my sister entered a contest. And I
Mhm.
believe in like, you gonna win, you gonna win. I was like, oh, I'm like, I practice. I'm like, oh, Lucretia Jordan. I'm like, I hope they don't screw my name up. They gonna screw my name up because they don't know how to pronounce it right. I'm like, how they gonna call my name? I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready for this. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying it out
Yeah.
loud to my sister. They end up calling her name and she end up winning money. I am not lying. I'm like, I'm practicing my name the whole time. You should have been practicing. She was standing right next to me. They said, Tanisha Jordan. I'm like, she
Well,
ended up winning money.
maybe you needed to build her belief. By you doing that and showing her the way, you were building her belief
She
in.
was just standing there because she a cancer and she ain't got no F's to give. And she's just standing there. She was just standing there. I'm like, oh man, you won. But she did. She won it. And I didn't, not knowing, you just don't even know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't.
No, I don't know. So
Yeah. So I hear you saying you didn't, but also I'm hearing around you, others are calling in the impossibilities for you.
yeah. He just said that the other day. He's like, I can see you owning a farm. I was like, I don't know about the animals. He was like, but you can have a garden and it was gonna be so well taken care of. I'm like, oh yeah, it is.
It is. Oh my
It
God.
will be.
So is there something specific you wanted to bring our awareness to today and focus our time today on?
No, just really to choose you. Like, that's just been a really strong message today. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I was like, maybe she can offer some insight onto the choosing me, or I don't know. Like
Well,
more
let's
practices around that. I don't know.
well, and this could be something you continue after our session today, like
Mhm.
reflecting on times when you didn't choose you,
Yeah. Hmm.
and then reflecting on times when you have chosen you and what that created. Both ways.
Hmm.
Like when you didn't choose you, what did that create?
Hmm.
It created something.
Hmm.
Even if it wasn't what you wanted, it did create something.
Right. Hmm.
Versus the time you chose you and what did that create?
Hmm.
So while
Hmm.
we're here together, I'm curious, like just whatever's coming up is what we need to bring in. So what has that created for you in the past when you did not choose you, when you followed somebody else?
Chaos, like
Hmm.
chaos, pretty much. Chaos.
Okay.
Yeah, like chaos. My sister is insane too. So this is how tedious this choosing you is. Like it goes down to something this small. I barbecue every year for Christmas. I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to barbecue.
Mhm.
So the ribs was the first thing to go on. Usually they the last thing to go on. She started freaking out because the pork went on before the chicken. But she'll go down to Portillo's, the sloppiest restaurant in the world, and let them
Mhm.
slop job her. Not seeing nothing wrong with it. I'll go down there too. I get fat moments too. And she'll go down there and let them slop her up something. But because it came from Portillo's, it's good, it's clean as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right. Right in her mind. And
Yeah.
she was like, she started with the pork going first and the chicken. My brother here. I said, I'm not touching this grill. I'm not scraping this grill for her. I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I just was done. I'm like, I'm not feeding into this because it's insanity at this point.
Yeah.
And then she was come out to the deck and she said, oh, I don't want all the seasoning that you've been putting on all the barbecue on my chicken. Here come another kid. I don't want that on my chicken. I want, she said, I don't want that on there because it got vinegar in it.
Okay.
I said, how do you know it got vinegar in it? I just read the ingredients. I said, well, season your own chicken.
Mhm.
And she got pissed. She's come. What's up? Yeah, it's right here. Close the door that back. Thank you.
So she got all upset because you're like, you do
She
it
was
then.
like, I want you to season it. I said, I'm not seasoning you. And I felt good. Like I felt good. It wasn't no.
Yeah.
I'm just like, season your own. I didn't even think nothing else about it. I'm like, this shit is real. Like, this is really serious.
Yeah.
Instead of like catering to her. People pleasing.
Right. And I'm sure you've done that in the past.
It's been terrible.
Right. What did that create for you when you people pleased, when you would cater to them?
It never went my way.
No.
The other thing coming up too is like choose you, and just it's like really been on me. Like all day it's been on me. I'm like in 2025, I don't want to stop giving to people, but I'm not gonna be as giving. Is that wrong?
Well, what if you're giving in a different way? So if I could paint a picture.
Go right ahead.
So what you've done in the past, from what I know and what you've shared, is you're people pleasing, you were giving out of obligation, you were doing what you should do, like just all these things, right? Doing it the right way, according to everyone else, right?
Right.
Like each of us is a vessel. And so this vessel that you are had all these holes in it of should do this, obligation, people pleasing. So you're just constantly giving. You're constantly giving because the vessel has holes in it. So it's constantly flowing out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you're connected, doing the Muse method, you've been
Mm-hmm.
filling in all of those holes, building safety and trust with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now your vessel is whole unto itself. It always was, but when
Right.
you're coming from that place, it just isn't the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you overflow with ease. Like you don't have to try. You just naturally give more generosity. You actually give more because you're giving a very love filled gift as opposed to a loveless gift because you're empty, because you're
Right.
coming out. Now you're full of self, full of love,
Mm-hmm.
actually giving more, but you don't have to give as much because it comes with ease now.
Okay.
Does that resonate?
Yeah. Because I don't want to stop like being generous. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to become hardened off in a sense.
Right. And that's not what that's not our work together. Our work together is so that you can be fully centered in self, rooted in your truth, in your power, so that when
Mm-hmm.
people try to manipulate you and like, well, I'm going to season my own chicken. Okay, go season your own chicken. Like, you didn't lose any power. You didn't give any of your power away. You stay rooted in yourself. And now you naturally overflow to those that can receive you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean you're going to give less. It's actually you're going to give more because you're giving more of your full presence, more of
Mm-hmm.
Lucretia rather than the leftovers,
Okay.
rather than like from your depletion, which is what was before.
Mm-hmm.
Because people pleasing is like, this may sound harsh. So if I ever say something too harsh, just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a form of self manipulation. We're manipulating ourselves to please somebody else to get that energy.
Yeah.
And it's not actually, you said it doesn't actually do anything. It actually
Mm-mm.
depletes you.
Yeah, make you feel stupid in a sense. You're like, what the?
Because it's dependent on something outside of you to fill you, as opposed
Mm-hmm.
now you're fully centered in self and you don't need anything outside of you. You literally had such profound gratitude deep, deep inside. Nobody else created that. That came from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when you don't choose you, it causes chaos.
Ruckus.
do in your body when there's chaos outside of you? What does that do inside of you?
Like I start getting in pains, like inflammation, like stuff, because you push, it's like you pushing something down and stuff inside is getting bigger instead
Yeah,
of letting it just come down naturally. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and what if like our coincidence, which we know there's no coincidence, was so because you had to stop for the pain, right?
Hmm.
And you were starting to gain clarity, but because you allowed the pain, it tells you what's important to you. And when you were choosing others, the pain gets louder because it's telling you what's important. Oh,
Hmm.
I'm important. The pain's here as a messenger to tell you that,
Hmm.
to not give away all your power.
Right. Hmm.
Does that resonate at all?
Yeah, you got to be in tune. Like it's like I got in tune. Like you got to get in tune.
Yeah,
Like the pain is screaming at you. Like you know what I mean. But if you just so wrap, just not in tune. I'll just say that. Like you just the relationship, the kids, the stuff we get pulled towards every day, the job, the old this, the old that, the this, that, that. You know what I mean? You really do get pulled away from yourself. Nobody is teaching you how to choose you.
right. And the pain brings you right back to choosing you because when you're in that amount of pain, you have to choose you.
You got to pay attention.
You have
Yeah,
no,
when you,
right? Because your body's
mhm,
like, I freaking hurt.
yeah,
So it
right,
brings you back to what's important. So I
hmm,
still will say, if pain shows up for you, thank you, body. Thank you for
hmm,
showing me and bringing me back
hmm,
to choosing you.
yeah, yeah. Yesterday I woke up, I was in my whole right side was like in pain. Oh,
Oh,
it was because I was a fat ass yesterday. It's just that simple. Like, you can't, I know I can't eat like that. And I couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop. And I was like, I'm not gonna stop. But
so
then
what?
this morning, I'm like, I'm laying there, I'm like trying to meditate. I was meditating, and I'm like, I'm not gonna eat like that. I know better. And I've been fine all day. Because I woke up and I'm like, my body trying to tell me something. Like I just knew it, I just knew it. And then yesterday, after I talked to her, was sitting here talking to her for a few hours, she drugged me out to the stores. She's like, "Oh, you want to get there?" I'm like, "You driving, let's go," because I'm not driving out there. And she
Yeah,
drugged me here and there, there. And by the time I got back in the house, I have no pain in my body. None. Like my leg has stopped. It was bad. I'm like, either I know I need a new bed, but in my head, I keep telling myself, wait till you move out. And my body, like, no, you need to go get you a new bed. Like last night, you need to go get you a new bed. So it was like, but then I'm like, my body trying to tell me something. But I had sat there and ate meat, and it was Christmas. You get what I mean? So I enjoyed myself. And I have
oh, okay,
not been overindulging like that.
yeah. But I mean, you enjoyed yourself, but then it caused a lot of pain. So, like, what was going on in the moment that like allowed you to like negate what you also knew to be true? When you eat like that, it causes pain.
What was going on in that moment?
Yeah. Or is it just, yeah, what was going on in the moment?
I was in the bed. I'm like, oh, I couldn't believe my body was hurting in bed. My
Well,
whole right side.
for overeating. When you were overeating, what was going on in that
Oh,
moment?
I ain't feel no pain when I was overeating. No, it was great.
Oh, I know. It was great. Caught up, was there just a lot of energy going on and you just got like kind of like, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm with my family and I'm just enjoying myself. And
Yeah. The food was really good. The
yeah,
food was just really good. But then when I went to sleep and woke up, it was like, it's like this stiffness though. It was a pain that I never felt, like stiff or whatever. Like it was just like, it is like a new bed, like you sleeping on an old hard mattress type deal. And I don't know. I
yeah,
was like, my body trying to tell me something. And I think I need to get rid of the bed because that bed is connected to the X.
right.
Like, it's time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What if by you getting a new bed, it's opening up the door of possibilities for the new place?
Yeah. Right. I didn't want to bring it in here though. All right.
Well, you get to choose, Lucretia. If
Mm-hmm.
ask your muse, are you calling for me to get a bed now or is this for something later?
Okay.
Like, and your muse will tell you, she'll say, you'll get a subtle nudge of get it now. Your body needs
Mm-hmm.
it, or wait, I don't want that energy in this house.
Yeah.
Of it in this house.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always ask that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like you're not getting an answer, I don't know, have we ever done anything with the pendulum?
No.
Do you have a pendulum or like a heavy necklace? I'm like, do I even have one with me?
I I got a amethyst, like a necklace.
You do? And you don't
Yeah.
have to now.
Okay.
Um, I think I can do it with mine. So you take a necklace or a pendulum, whatever you have. And so you can bring your hand under it just to kind of feel your energy. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just ask the pendulum, what is my yes today? So as soon as I asked that, it started going forward and back.
Yeah, I seen it.
So then you bring it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
What is my no today? So it started going side to side. So if you're unclear of what your answer is, the pendulum can be a tool to help you to gain more clarity.
Mm-hmm.
You could ask the pendulum, which is really asking your muse in your body so that it
Mm-hmm.
hear you. Because all this is kinetic energy from your brain to the pendulum.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
So that you ask the pendulum, am I supposed to get a new bed right now? Mine is saying yes, but that's just, yeah. I'm not saying that's your answer. That's what's coming through me. But like ask it and just see what comes up.
Okay.
Ask a
Mm-hmm.
series of questions. Don't just ask that. Like ask a bunch of other questions that you're looking for like a yes, no type of answer. It's got to be a
Mm-hmm.
no kind of question.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be
Mm-hmm.
that's,
I
gotta,
mean, this
yeah, go ahead.
no, this was like loud too, like it was screaming at me.
Well, and you said what you asked your body, what are you trying to tell me? Like what is
I
your
was like, I know. I was like, my body trying to tell me something. Either I need a real good massage or to have some real good sex or something, but my body was screaming. It was screaming.
all of those can be true. All of
Yeah.
them are true.
I'm like, oh my God, my hip. I'm like, oh. But then it goes back to really the bed is so old
Right.
because Sunday, Saturday, one of the days I got up, I was in so much stiffness. I just twisted the bed around because I'm like, let me twist it to a spot. Yeah. That's how old it is. It needs to go. So it came back to like, but I know my body trying to tell me something. I don't know what. I put it up. I just was like, you need to do bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That might be a way to check and see if it's get the bed now or later.
right now or later, right? Mm-hmm.
Say that you don't know if you want that energy of that house of your ex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And would you have chosen anything different of overeating, overindulging because it was the food was really good? Or are you happy with that choice?
Oh, I'm happy. Oh
Right.
Lord, I'm happy. So happy. I was so grateful. It
Done
was
good.
so good. All my food turned out good. I was so happy he wasn't here. Everything I cooked was good. We got up in the morning, we cooked and everything. And we usually have a Polish Christmas Eve because we go over to my Polish friend house. But she been having problems over there with her kids. And I didn't know what was going on. But she canceled on us this Christmas Eve. And then she came over on Christmas or whatever. So we had Polish and soul food, but that food was so good. I was just so happy that he wasn't here until he came home yesterday. And it just, the energy slightly shifted. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I'm not getting sucked into that. But I was just so grateful. I was so grateful. I was just so grateful.
And I'm going to ask because I don't know if you did this. Did you do the music method at all when you were in that space of gratitude?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes.
Because it's amplifying what's already there.
Yes,
Asking.
I was like, oh, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes, I did. I did the muse method this morning because I'm like, I don't know what these records for to bring me. People be having problems and people don't realize that working medical records can be really depressing. I just was like, I'm like, let me protect myself. I had a good day though, like, but I just wouldn't. I'm like, I don't know what's on the other side of the screen right now. And I've been fine all day. I haven't had no pain. I haven't had anything. And she called and said, oh, can I come over really quick? Because my daughter left her makeup in her car. And she was like, I got you something. And she came and brought me something I wanted out of Bath and Body Works last night. I was like, yeah, I don't need it because I didn't need it. Like I gotta be adult. I'm adult. Like I don't really need it. But she knew I wanted it because I like the way it smells. Stress relief. I took it upstairs. It smells so good. And
Like
she
that.
brought it over to me. I'm like, that was so sweet of you. So I done had a good, I've been having like really good days. Like I could just feel the newness coming around. Like with 2025, like I can just feel it. I know. And it's different from when I remember when I first met you. It was almost out of desperation. You got to be really tuned in to know like when you desperately asking versus when you just moving through, you know what I mean? But that
Yeah.
comes with continuing to work,
Yep.
you know?
Continuing yourself.
You said what?
Continuing to show up for yourself and choosing
Right. Right.
yeses, honoring your no's, which is
Mm-hmm.
more and more of.
Yeah, I am.
And even if you don't do it, it's not wrong. If like you don't honor your yes or no, whatever the answer is, what did you learn from it by not honoring?
Right. Yeah.
Without
It's like
making, yeah, go
it's
ahead.
loud though. The lesson is loud. Like what you asked, what did you learn from not knowing? And it's loud. Like
Yeah.
should have did. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
at that point, Lucretia, don't be surprised if it gets louder because you're deeply connected to yourself and like you're amplifying more of your power so that you're acting out of alignment of what your yes or no is and you don't follow what that is. It's the message, the invitation might get louder in a way so that you can step into that next thing.
Mhm.
So it
Mhm.
gets louder because you're listening and it knows that you're connected. Like your muse knows that you're connected to her. So she's like, I'm going to get even louder because I'm not going to stop at this point. Like you're connected and I don't want you to stop staying connected to me.
No.
Which I'm here to advocate for everything you want. I'm going to help you get it.
Yeah. The magic glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the magic glasses. So what are you learning about yourself? Because you said before it was from a place of desperation, and now you're asking is so different because like you're connected and centered and really honoring yourself. So what are you learning about yourself in this?
That I need like that I'm on the right path. I'm on
Mm,
the right path. I tell myself every day, I trust the journey that I'm on. And I
yeah.
trust that everything is unfolding for my highest good. I say it when I see certain numbers like 923 and 369 and all my numbers and stuff. And I say it out loud because I want to say it. If I'm in front of a mirror about something in the mirror, I'll say it in the mirror because I want to look in my own eyes and see it. But I do really trust myself. I really do. And like this cycle is really coming to a close. Like I don't have to be angry. I don't have to be upset. Like I know. I
Yeah.
know. I know that I'm done. 2025 gonna bring it. I'm done
Yeah.
with this cycle. I'm done with this marriage. I'm done with all, the stuff that no longer serves me. I let it go.
Yeah. It doesn't have
People. Hmm.
it doesn't have space anymore because you filled in all of that space. There's no space
Right.
for those things that aren't like you anymore.
Hmm.
Were you gonna say something? People, you started to say people, something.
No, I forgot now.
So are you like you're moved on from like what was 2025 is bringing forth all the new things.
Oh
So
yeah. Hmm. That's what I was going to say. People can go, places can go, everything. I'm just done. I'm letting go of what no longer serves me. People, places, whatever. Instead of being like, oh my God, you know how like, I don't know, you're nervous, like, oh, I should go over there with them. Oh no, it's real clear now. If I go, I go. If I want to go, I want to go. If I don't, I'm letting you know. I'm not doing it. I'm just
but even how you said earlier, like there's a little bit of fear in this like new excitement of the unknown,
it
but it's
is.
a different type of fear. Like you see it and you're like, yeah, I'm scared because it's unknown, but I'm going.
Yeah,
Versus, like, yeah, go ahead.
no, you go ahead, finish. I'll wait.
Versus like what you were just saying with like out of the past doing things and like being nervous that you might upset them or whatever it is. Totally different energy, right?
Yeah. hmm It's a good energy though. Like this feels amazing.
Yeah.
Like seriously amazing.
but you do see how you will still have fear. Like it's not moving, like saying, I'm going to get rid of the fear. No, fear's here to
Mhm.
actually move you because it's here to
Mhm.
bring life into you. Because it's like,
Mhm.
oh, yep, we're at the edge of the life we've known. Let's go.
Mhm. Mhm.
Are you
Mhm.
ready? Are you ready to soar into the unknown?
Mhm. And then you get scared, and then you like, yeah, no, I'm still taking a step.
That's huge, Lucretia.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fear would be like, and I'm like, yeah, no, not doing it. Because that's how you get stuck, though. Like you get stuck. That's what I was telling. That's what I was telling the young lady. I'm like, just know that this will work out for you. You know what I mean? 'Cause she was like, I don't know what to do, but she's 19. It's a whole different story, you know.
Yeah.
So but I'm like, I'm like, but you got to change the narrative. Like I'm trying to get her to change the narrative now. Like change your narrative, and it'll work. It'll start going that way for you. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she may not be quite there yet, but by you living it, like being a living example of it,
Mhm. Mhm.
showing her the way, like without
Yeah.
anything, you're showing her through your way, through your being.
Mhm. Mhm.
And sometimes it's like Maya Angelou says, people remember how you make them feel, not what you say.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
And that's why she keeps coming back and she's like, leave somebody else there.
No, by Angelou. I was just wondering if you could see it in the camera.
Is she up there on yourself?
Up there in the corner.
I remember you showing me that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, go ahead.
no, it's just interesting. All of it is. It's just interesting.
And there's more.
Yeah. Mhm.
No. More for your mind to be blown. More for I'm not going to understand this and I don't care anymore about understanding it.
I just sit in it. I just sit in it. I'm just like, wow. Just take it all in. Just learn how to take it all in.
Wow. Wait a sec. Isn't that what the card I sent you was about wonder?
I don't know. Did you send me something? I didn't
I
see it.
did before we got on. Yeah, keeper of wonder. So you can read it after. I just think that's hilarious because that's essentially what you just told me you're doing.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
be there. It'll be there for you.
wow. I didn't even see that.
You didn't need to see it. There's a
Wow.
reason. It was for you for after our time together because you just spoke that into existence of what you're doing. You're sitting in the wonder and the awe, and you're not trying to figure it out anymore.
Mm, mm-mm,
To your body and to what you're being guided to.
mm-hmm,
Your deep
mm-hmm,
feelings, your deep knowings, and you're like, I don't care anymore. So
mm-hmm.
what new things do you want to choose as you're embarking on 2025?
What new things I want to choose?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I need to set some intentions. But like my intentions is so deeply rooted from going through 2024 and all the hell I've been through all year. It's just like I know what I want, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I need to like rewrite it from this perspective or whatever. Just more of myself, like, you know, like more trust in myself, not being afraid to see new places, to meet new people. I'm open to new relationships of like-minded people because I don't need all them people. I don't need people around who think I'm weird. You know what I mean? I like my weird friends. I like my people. I love my people.
Huh.
So I'm open to that. I'm open to seeing new places, to being a voice. If somebody need to hear it, like just, you know, people, new places, new things, just all new, just all the way around. New food, new garden spots, new forest preserves around here. If I stay, you know, if I stay living around here,
Yeah.
um, a new way, a new relationship with my daughter. I love my
Mm,
son, but you know that little spicy up the sass.
yeah. So how might you get alongside your spiciness of your daughter?
Like last night, like being being in the car with a 19-year-old who obviously is way more closer to being 14 than being in her, you know, an adult.
Right.
I'm watching him last night. I was cracking up. I ain't even have to say nothing. I ain't say nothing because I was like, give me some chips. And she pulled one chip out the bag and gave it to me. And the 19-year-old said, give your mama that whole bag of chips. She paid for them. I didn't say nothing. I'm like, and she gave me the whole bag. I was like, I'm just gonna sit alongside this.
Yep.
Yeah, just sit back and just, you just go in when you need to. Like, but sit back and watch this. Say parent when you need to. Like, don't over parent, don't under parent. Parent when you need to. Don't just sit there. I'm like, and I'm the adult in the car. I'm like,
But it's exactly what you asked for.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have to do anything. You said, give me
Mm-hmm.
some chips. She gives you one. And then the 19-year-old Crexer's like, what you thinking? Give her the whole freaking bag.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want just one chip. I want the whole bag. She was like, give your mama the bag of chips. She paid for them. I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I took the chips, ate it, and gave them right back to her.
Yep.
But I have a meeting. This is kind of like, it's not bothering me. I just don't know how it's gonna go. So
Yeah.
I have a meeting with a friend who has always been a friend. He been my friend for 20 something years. I met him at a job that I was
Okay.
working in Lincolnshire. Me and him was working at.
Okay.
And I stopped talking to him because that's what I do. I stop talking to people. I just stopped talking to people. I used to do that a lot. I did that a lot. And it was nothing really personal. It's just, it's nothing really personal or nothing. I just didn't know. I think it was a avoidant type, personality type. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Like in my past, I'll just be like, and then it's just something inside of me that'll know, like, oh, I won't never talk to this person after this again. Like, I don't know. I've been like that my whole life. Like, I can just be hanging out with somebody. But him, he was my friend. He was my friend before I met my ex-husband. He was my friend for a long time, and he just always been a friend. Nothing, never sexual, nothing, just really a friend. I knew him before he got married. He got like this wife and child now. I knew him before all that. He called and he consulted. He was like, I really like this girl and stuff. So, we talked a couple hours before he got married and stuff, like, because he's a friend, like a real friend and stuff like that. He know my family, I know his family. And I just going through this stuff with him. He used to come over and sit in the office with me while I'm at work. He'll sit here and do his work. I'll sit here and do my work, and we'll just work. He did that a few times or whatever. Every time he come this way, he has to stop because he my friend. So one day he came over and he made a comment and I didn't like it or whatever. And I don't think he really understood what I was going through. And he made a comment, and then he made more than a comment. He was saying stuff that I didn't like. He like, oh, you got yourself into this, like your heart get you into this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't see myself like that though. But obviously he did. So after that, I was like, I just don't want to be bothered with him no more. You know what I mean? I'm like, I was like, I just don't want to be bothered with him no more. His marriage is perfect. You know what I mean? His life is perfect, whatever. I'm like, I just didn't need it. So I stopped talking to him. Pretty much the avoiding or whatever.
Yes.
I did. And I did for like 2 to 3 years. So
Okay.
last week he called me and I knew he was the tarot readings, the card you pull. It's like, oh, a person from your past. Just like this wonder, it's been going on. Like it's a theme. You know what I mean? You start getting these themes. So it's like a person in your past is coming back. And I always had him in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna either bump into him or he's gonna call.
Yes.
And he did. Like last week he called and it brought him to tears. Because he said, I thought something happened to you. Because I was like a sister to him. He ain't never had no sister. You know what I mean? He was like, I thought something happened to you. He was like, either that or you just fell off the grid. And I was like, well, I just took a step back and I apologized to him, truthfully, from an authentic place. From the lady I am today, I apologized. And I was like, I'm so sorry or whatever. But I am going to meet him for lunch. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. For dinner tonight.
Ooh. So what's coming up in you as you're talking about?
Really nothing.
Okay.
Really, like, I'm not nervous or nothing because I'm like, I'm just gonna tell him. I'm just gonna like, really the word authentic. Just be authentic. Like, just be authentic and just let him know, like, it was what it was. But he always used to let me know, like, I'm here for you, girl. Like, if you need anything, I'm here for you. Like, he's just really a good friend. He started crying. We started crying on the phone, like, when he called. And he was like, I'm off all next week. And I'm like, okay. And we agreed to meet and stuff because that's what we used to do before he was married.
Right.
We used to go out and eat. He'd be like, I found this new restaurant because we both fat. And it's better when you got a fat friend. And and so he I just one day I just was like, I can't, like I'm just done. Like, but he's seen everything that I was going through. I don't think he knew the intensity of it though. And I think that's what I'm gonna try to explain to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being truthful, but like nothing, but then like I don't know how this gonna go because I haven't seen him in so long.
What if you don't have to know how? This is part of what we
Yeah.
the how, because you don't actually
Mhm.
how. You just have to trust because you had a knowing he was coming back into your life. And what I heard
Yeah.
from you and from the share was he had a really good marriage and all the things going well, and you were in a really intense situation, and he kind of hit at some of the wounding, and it was just too much for you, and you pulled back and you protected yourself in the only way you knew how.
Mhm.
Pulling back and just being with the situation because it was really intense and overwhelming.
Mhm.
It was hard to lean on him because he had a really good marriage and all the things, and it was just when somebody else has what you want, it makes you feel the contrast of where you are and where they are, and you're like, I can't be friends with you right now. It's too painful because you have what I want, and I'm so far from that.
See, that's the thing. He didn't have what I wanted because he was complaining to me about his wife. You know what I mean? It
I
was
mean,
like,
you're correcting me.
yeah, no, it was like I just couldn't, like I needed him more. You know what I mean? And I don't think he understood what I was going through. You get what I'm saying? Like I needed because he a male, and you know what I mean? It's like it's no sexual relationship there. So he like a real friend. And I needed him more of a male thing. And you know what I mean? He just couldn't see it because he was married. He was complaining about his wife. We all do
No.
stuff. You know, he was complaining. It wasn't what I want. I didn't want what he had. I wanted him more as a friend. And he was like, he was touching my wounding, but still I needed my friend. I needed him to be like,
You
pack
need,
up, you move it, or some type of, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
not direction, but like more support. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you were seeking more support than maybe he understood.
That
Or
he understood, right? Exactly. That's what I really think it was. Because once I thought about it when I got off the phone, I haven't been thinking about it. It haven't bothered me or
yeah.
anything. But once I got off the phone with him, I'm like, I needed him. I
Yeah.
needed him.
So can we just acknowledge that you did the very best thing you could in that time because you didn't know how to ask for that support at that moment,
Hmm.
and you
I
pulled
will.
back because you had to harness the power to kind of figure out how to get the F out of what you're in.
I did. I told him that. I said, I just chose me. I said, it was never about you. I said, I just chose me.
I am celebrating you so much. Like I have tears welling up behind my eyes that even then 2 to 3 years ago, you chose you, and it also meant losing a dear friend of yours for a few years.
Really good friend. Yeah.
But what it created, what I'm hearing, Lucretia, it created in you is that you became your own best friend in that process.
Yeah. Right. I needed like a really grounded friend. I didn't need this like, and he wasn't on a high horse or nothing. He just was looking at life through a different lens. You know what I mean?
But Lucretia, how beautiful that you knew that and you gave yourself exactly what you needed. You needed a grounded friend in which you created in you
Yeah.
to have your own back, to build more trust in yourself, to build more confidence in yourself, to do the hard thing of getting
hmm
out of this life.
Right.
Yes,
Hmm.
I'm celebrating you so much. And
Thank
this,
you. That really was like heavy. Like now it wasn't heavy, but when I was seeing it, it was like my heart's kind of started ramping just a little bit.
yeah, no, beautiful, because your
Hmm.
heart was speaking.
Yeah.
And I just want to acknowledge that. And this is by you repairing this, it's very vulnerable because you're letting him into what you actually needed, and you're letting him in and I created it for myself. Like you've already told him that. I chose me. This wasn't personal. I chose
Yeah,
me.
I did. I said, and I'm sorry, and it won't happen again, and it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
But
We'll
did
see if you get on my nerve, though.
but let me ask you, did you do something wrong by choosing you and the support that you actually needed that?
No, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm, no,
So do you have anything to be sorry about?
no, mm-mm,
Yeah.
no, mm-mm, no. I
I,
don't.
I I ask because us women say sorry too much, and you chose
Yeah.
you, and you're going against the grain of our society,
Mm-hmm.
and you're showing him a different way.
Right. Right.
So stand in that power. So now that we say all that, I know we only have a few minutes left. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be supported to do the Muse method to amplify more of that support and groundedness and friendship that you have been cultivating for the last 3 years in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was right at the start of the slide.
Wow. I have chills. I have so many chills right now. Okay, so we're gonna do the Muse method. Let's go ahead, close our eyes. Let your breath move into every fiber and cell of your breathing, of your being, as you breathe life and that confidence and that trust and that safety and that groundedness and the support that you have been cultivating at the last 3 years. And as you connect your hands, connecting with the very best friend that you have been cultivating, your deep inner muse, that expression of you that is advocating for what is for you, and she has been from the moment of your birth. So now let's connect and expand in this place, in this space, connecting with all that's here. And maybe you fill up even the cracks and crevices in the room, letting you expand so far. Lucretia, stay plugged in, and we're going to add something in. I just got the hit to do this. So now imagine that your future you, the one that is free, that is wherever you want her to be in the future, 6 months, a year, 2 years from now, whatever that is. Imagine she's sitting next to you. So now, from this place of deeply connecting to your highest self, connect with the highest self of this future you. So now we're going to take one hand and bring it out. You can give that future you a high five. You can hold her hand, whatever feels good, and just connect with that future version of you for the next 30 seconds. And take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can come back.
That was
So how was
good.
that? It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, did you notice anything in connecting with yourself or even connecting with that future you?
Um, a song came up by this artist named Lettucey. Love, love you more. I don't know what the name of it is. Take all my scars and my broken heart. Um, I think it's called Love You More. I think I'm gonna actually listen to it when I get in the car, but I
Okay.
think that's what it's called.
Oh my God, I love that. Take all your scars and your broken heart and love you more.
Mhm.
So would that, do you think, maybe incorporating doing the partner muse method with your future self would be supportive for you right now as you're moving?
Yeah. I felt like I was sitting on a porch with her. I'm
Mm,
like, "Oh, girl, you really did this? Like, you really," I'm like, "You are awesome lady." That's
wow.
how I felt, like I was sitting on the porch with her.
So maybe add that in. Do that once a day of connecting
Mhm.
to you, sitting on the
Yeah.
porch or wherever she wants to take you. She may have other things because you said in the future you want to go to new places, new people, new food.
Mhm.
So she may take you somewhere else altogether, Lucretia. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Let her guide you.
Yeah. I will. It's
Awesome.
awesome.
So what are you taking away from our time together today?
Choosing myself.
Yep.
That's been the theme today.
Yep.
But that deep inner knowing and trusting. You know what I mean? Like that deep inner knowing and trusting.
Mm. And how are you feeling about the dinner now with your friend?
Good. I was like feeling good because I'm like, I don't know what's gonna come up, but I wasn't worried about it neither. You know what I mean? It's just like I ain't seen him. I feel
Yeah.
like I owe him an explanation, and I don't know how he gonna take it. But then I'm like, I don't give a that ain't me. You know what I mean? Like it is truly what it is. I appreciate him though. Like I told him. I told him I'm like I really do appreciate him as a friend because most people be like, oh, F off. But
Right.
he always tried to connect or whatever. And I'm just like, I can't. I wasn't in that space.
Yeah. Well, would it be supportive for you before you go into the restaurant while you're in your car to do the muse method and ask your muse, what do you want me to share with him tonight?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
And just ask her and see what comes through, because then you can just let her guide you, let her speak through you.
Hmm. Yeah, I should do that. You're right.
So I'm
Hmm.
gonna write that down as something. So do the muse method with self before you see him, like in your own energy. Because when we get into
Hmm.
other people's energy, sometimes we choose for them.
Hmm.
So do that and ask her what should I share with him tonight? What would you have me share tonight?
Okay. I know authenticity keep coming up. Like just be authentic. Just be.
Right.
Hmm.
That's what I wrote down. Deep, authentic self.
Hmm. Yeah.
And ask your muse, what would you have me share tonight with him?
Hmm.
For my
Hmm.
deep, authentic self and see. And
Right.
if you feel called to share after dinner tonight or anything, please, I'd love to hear what you end up. You don't tell me everything you shared, but how did
Right.
you feel? Like what was your
Right.
experience?
Yeah. Right. Like it was nice. It was good. It was truthful. Like something like that. I know.
Yeah. No, and I'm here to celebrate with you, or I'm here to be like, you're like, damn, I said some shit I didn't think I was gonna say, and I'm here for that too. Whatever comes through.
I will let you know.
All right. And then I think this is our last session we have scheduled. Do you want to get something scheduled for the new year? Because I know, aren't you
Um,
in town? You've got your cruise coming up.
no, I'm going out of town next week from Monday to Thursday.
Yes. Where are you going again?
Just to Nashville.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. Okay. So
Yeah,
now,
Nashville. Just to Nashville. And then um that's it. So we can probably do next Friday again.
yeah. Do you want to do next Friday?
Yeah, again at 3 o'clock. And if
Okay.
something change, I'll let you know.
Yes. Yeah. Just let me know by
But
Thursday.
just wait on payment because I honestly really should financially take a month off, but I'm gonna do about 3 months because I'm having like I need to recover and I need a new bed.
Yeah. Could we do next Friday at 3:30?
Okay, that'll work.
And then what I will suggest is before I process payment, I will text you on Thursday or Friday morning. What
Okay.
before I process it, what I'm going to ask for you to do is, are you willing to start co-creating with the universe?
Okay.
No, but are you willing?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to invite for you to do, and I'm going to say this now, is when we process the payment, and I'll text you Friday or Thursday night before I do it, is to ask for your investment to be multiplied tenfold.
Okay.
So if you need a new bed, so you know you're going to be spending 500 with me.
Mm-hmm.
Your bed is what, 1,000? I don't even know.
Yeah, about
Okay.
1,000.
So ask for that to be multiplied tenfold. So I need at least 1,500 next month. Can you please multiply this tenfold? And you don't have to know how, but just start to get in relationship, even in money, with the
Mm-hmm.
universe, with God,
Mm-hmm.
to create more.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is what you're investing this time and energy and money into Lucretia so that we can amplify your power and your presence to do more in this world,
Okay.
to give more, not
Mhm.
less. You're giving
Right.
overflow, which is much different than what you've ever done before.
Right. Hmm.
So that's what I'm going to ask before we process payment next week.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So you
Start
start
tonight though. What?
yeah, start now. Yes, please.
Because I
Start
need that
now.
big.
Well, and maybe start to look at what other things you want to invest in and start to
Mhm.
get that number and then ask for that. Get very
Mhm.
specific. I need $3,000 next month, whatever it is,
Mhm.
name it, and more, like in excess. Like I want that multiplied.
Right. Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, start tonight.
I will.
All right, I'll put that in my follow-up notes too. All right, and then I'll plan to see you next Friday at 3:30, and then
3:30.
I'll update the calendar invite for that too.
Okay, I'm gonna write 3:30. I'll do all
Yes,
this
3:30
tomorrow.
because I have a call until 3, and I'm like, I don't want to go from one call to the next. I need
Yeah, yeah.
like,
That's I did that one time with the lilac, and then with you, I'm like, yeah, no, I won't do that again.
yeah, it's too much. We need
It's a
like
lot.
an energy to like shift from this to transition to this. Brendan Bouchard talks about it. He talks about like when you're wearing one hat, like right now, you were moving from our coaching session. So you're going to set that hat down, and now you're
Mhm.
moving into having dinner with your friend. Okay, I got to connect and be my authentic self, do the muse method, and then you'll put on the friend hat.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
having that transition time so we can transition well.
Right. And right. I'm gonna be in the car so I can like quiet down and you know what I mean, just
Yeah.
come back or whatever.
Okay. So maybe try to have that number before next Friday of how much you need to call in for
Okay. I'm gonna start small, but I will.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Start
start
with the
small,
bed
but I
in our sessions. Let's start there and then we can add to it next month.
will. Okay.
All right. Have an
Okay.
time at dinner
Thank you.
and
I
it'll
appreciate you.
what shows up through you.
Okay. I'll let you know.
All right. Take care,
Okay.
Lucretia.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.